A'ja Wilson isn't happy that Caitlin Clark might play in Europe. A'ja has already asked to be the main face at Nike, and now she's upset seeing how much money Caitlin could make overseas.
Nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only from fans.
If Caitlin Clark goes overseas, would she become the highest paid women's basketball player in the world? A'ja Wilson isn't happy about it. She feels that, as the MVP, she should be the one getting the most attention and the biggest deals. But that's not what's happening.
A'ja Wilson, 28 years old, 1,000 points in the regular season. Why is that not the biggest story out at the moment? And why are we talking about Caitlin Clark?
Why exactly? Why when A'ja was releasing a shoe were we talking about Caitlin?
Caitlin Clark has boosted sponsorships, raised player pay, and helped make the WNBA one of the most watched sports. Yet some players still show jealousy. That's exactly why she should consider leaving. Now, let's look at what a game looks like without Caitlin Clark.
Now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league. She's learned how to play the game, and she said, I had to learn how to play the WNBA.
A'ja Wilson thinks she's the star. But before Caitlin Clark showed up, hardly anyone was watching the WNBA. Caitlin deserves to be the highest paid player. Hopefully, she goes overseas and shows players like A'ja what the league looks like without her.
You guys take a look at the stands. All the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
The possibility of Caitlin Clark signing with a European basketball team has shaken up the WNBA. Europe has always been a top spot for elite athletes, offering big paychecks and worldwide recognition. For Caitlin, the money overseas is much better than what the WNBA offers. Playing in Europe could help her secure her financial future while still competing at a high level.
4 moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans. I'm not finished. Attendance for the entire league is up nearly 50% this year, and Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of 17,035, up 319% from a year ago.
A'ja Wilson has made it clear she's not happy about Caitlin Clark possibly signing a big contract in Europe. For A'ja, who's been a top player in the WNBA for years, the idea that Caitlin could earn more money overseas is hard to accept. It's not just about the money, it's about the recognition that comes with being the highest paid. In pro sports, higher pay often means more respect and value. A'ja has worked hard to build her brand and be the face of the league, but now she's facing the tough truth that Caitlin's rising fame might be overshadowing her. For someone who's led the league for so long, that's a tough reality to face.
Went from being one of the most loved teams in the WNBA to being riddled with so much drama this season. A'ja Wilson was under fire last week for the privileged comment that she made to Kelsey Plum.
This team went from being one of the most loved in the WNBA to being full of drama this season. A'ja Wilson was under fire last week for a comment she made to Kelsey Plum that many called privileged.
Agree with it. I thought she would be unanimous. I mean, it's not even close, because I said the most important person in the league is Caitlin Clark and should be a top 5, if not, should have been a top 3 MVP.
It's not just about the money. A'ja Wilson's reaction to Caitlin Clark's possible move to Europe also comes from a fear of losing her spot as the face of the league. For years, A'ja has been the top name in women's basketball, but Caitlin's fast rise is changing that. The idea that Caitlin could not only earn more, but also steal the spotlight overseas is a hit to A'ja's sense of security and status. Being the face of the WNBA isn't just about talent, it's about being the player fans connect with, the one who drives ratings, and the one who represents the league worldwide. A'ja has held that role for a while. But now Caitlin's rise is creating serious competition between the two stars.
You're supposed to be the MVP, and you only got one win out of that series. That's why I think, now I wonder, if they had a 5-game series in the first round, there might be a possibility they may not win that series.
For A'ja Wilson, it's not just about being the best on the court. It's also about staying relevant in a league that's quickly changing. Caitlin Clark's name is becoming closely tied to the future of women's basketball. One of the biggest differences between A'ja and Caitlin is how fans see them. Caitlin has quickly built a huge, loyal fan base. Her strong social media presence and high game viewership have made her a fan favorite. Meanwhile, A'ja, despite years of success, hasn't been able to connect with fans on the same level. So why is Caitlin drawing so much attention so fast, while A'ja struggles to keep the same admiration? Part of it is the excitement that comes with new talent. Fans love the next big thing. And Caitlin brings a fresh energy and storyline to the WNBA, while A'ja is respected for her steady dominance. Many now see Caitlin as the future of the league.
They were so bad, they got the #1 pick. You got to be bad to get the #1 pick. And she led them to their first 20-win season in almost a decade. She led them to the playoffs. I mean, the girl deserved.
For A'ja Wilson, not getting the fan recognition she expected is frustrating. She's worked hard to build her legacy, but now she's being overshadowed by Caitlin Clark, someone who's just getting started. It's not just about losing fans, it's about losing relevance. In the WNBA, strong fan support can shape a player's career. A'ja worries that as Caitlin's fan base grows, her own influence may fade, both in the league and in the public eye. Winning MVP should have made her the face of the WNBA, but instead, it's watching Caitlin take the spotlight. What's even more surprising is how the WNBA itself seems slow to fully embrace Caitlin. Despite all she's done to boost the league, from increasing viewership to pushing for charter flights, she's still faced resistance. Why would a league ignore someone helping it grow? Part of the answer is that Caitlin represents change. She's bringing in a new era of players, one that challenges the old ways and pushes the league in a new direction. And that kind of change isn't always welcomed.
LeBron James had tennis shoes in his rookie year. He didn't have a fraction of the impact on the NBA that Caitlin Clark has had on the
Caitlin Clark's outspoken nature, fast rise to fame, and push for better conditions have made her a controversial figure. Some see her as a threat to the old guard, someone who's changing the league too fast. But the pushback she's facing is also about power. Caitlin's influence has grown so much that she can now make real demands. And that makes some people uncomfortable, especially those who are used to being in control of the story.
#1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season. I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more, or maybe she deserves a different team. How crazy would that be if she went to Indiana?
The league's hesitation to fully back. Caitlin Clark highlights a deeper struggle between keeping control and letting players have a real voice. Caitlin's impact goes far beyond her performance on the court. One major change she helped bring to the WNBA is the use of chartered jets, which greatly improved travel for players. Before her push, WNBA athletes often dealt with exhausting travel schedules that affected their performance. Thanks to Caitlin's advocacy, players now travel more comfortably and professionally, allowing them to focus on their game. But her efforts didn't stop there. Caitlin has also spoken out about fair pay and better working conditions, becoming a strong voice for improving the overall player experience. Her willingness to speak up has made her a leader, but also a target. Despite the pushback from some players and even the league itself, Caitlin continues to fight for change that benefits everyone. Still, not everyone appreciates her efforts. Instead of being praised, she's found herself in the middle of controversy. Some players, including A'ja Wilson, view her activism as a threat to the old ways. This has created a divide. Some support Caitlin's vision for the future, while others resist the changes she represents. one of the biggest concerns for the WNBA if Caitlin Clark leaves for Europe is the hit to viewership. She's become one of the league's most popular players, with many fans tuning in just to watch her play. Her exciting style and strong connection with fans make her a major attraction. Every time Caitlin steps on the court, ratings go up, but when she's not playing, the league sees a clear drop in viewership.
The paying customer, the audience didn't feel that way. They did not give a damn about the WNBA. Is that fair to the ladies? No, it isn't fair. But they're the paying customer. You don't tell them what they want. They tell you what they want. And they really were not feeling the WNBA to the degree that they're feeling the WNBA now, obviously because of Caitlin Clark.